of it up till now. I was just in my early 30s then, and I'm 70 now, and I remember it just like it happened yesterday. And like I was telling you before, when I came back, as I got older, my abilities, because of this projection, became stronger and stronger and stronger as I got older. I did not remember the things that was told to me then, but as I got older, I received bits and pieces of knowledge, and as you know, in how do I describe it? Of knowledge.
Okay, Alan.
And
Alan, we're going to have to go for a 2-minute break. I'm going to put you on hold. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Do you have a paranormal story you want to share on Night Dreams Talk Radio? You could be a guest. Email us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
Check out Night Dreams website at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com.
You can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
You're listening to my friend Gary Anderson on Night Dreams Talk Radio, the best in paranormal radio.
Yeah, we had to take a little station break for the stations that's carrying us. We're back. We're talking with Alan Wright. He has written a book about ghost stories among friends. He's an empath. He's a medium. Now, I'm going to take 1 or 2 calls in for Alan, but please don't call in to after you hear the other person who called in because, you know, as you know, that we went through a storm here, and I don't have all of my system up and working at this point. So, I mean, I can take 1 call in at a time. I am sorry about that. I'm only running half the computers I normally do. You can certainly call in at 1-253-203-6681. That's 1-253-203-6681. Do not call the other older number because that's not being used anymore. Call in 1-253-203-6681. Alan will give you a reading or sorts. And Alan, we're back with you.
Okay, I'm here.
Well, it's better than being some other place, isn't it?
Yeah, really. But, you know, when I got back from that thing, I started receiving information as I got older, little bits and pieces of information. And I realized then that they did not give me all that information at one time because I probably would not be able to understand it. It probably would have made me more, probably make me where I would not receive it favorably. And doing it the way they did it made it what, as I got older, I could understand it. I could say, oh, yeah, you know, I can see this happening now or whatever. But that's the way it had to be done. So anyway, and my abilities, like I told you earlier, in 2015, I thought I was a passive medium. And a passive medium's a medium that can only receive messages from the spirits when for a person that's already standing in front of him or sitting in front of him. Now, I consider myself a spiritual medium now because I can read people basically call the spirit out whenever somebody wants me to tell them about, say, their late grandfather or grandmother or something like that. And I can do that. I didn't used to be able to. So my healing abilities has been stronger also. Because of what I went through, I also feel I could not have received all this information that they gave me or told me in just the few hours that I was there. I feel there's no time there. They have no time. They can take time and bend it and twist it to suit them, but they have no time. And that's how they were able to bring me back to the time when I was supposed to be back. But I feel I could have been there a week, I could have been there a month, I could have even been there a year, and they could have brought me back to whenever, they was supposed to bring me back.
Okay, we got a caller in here. Let's see. Okay, caller, you're on Night Dreams Talk Radio.
Yeah, hello. I was wondering if Mr. Allen could give me a reading.
What's your first name?
David.
David?
Yeah.
Pleased to meet you, David.
You too.
I have an older gentleman here. He's presenting himself to me as your grandfather. Did you have a grandfather that's passed?
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was from your mother's side of the family.
Yeah.
Were you close to them?
Yeah, it's pretty close to him.
Yeah, he's telling me that he was close to you.
Yeah.
He's showing me he's wearing a fishing hat. Did he take you fishing any?
Sometimes, a long time ago.
Yeah. Spirits they tell you things, and they try to show you things that they liked or loved when they were alive. And this is what he's showing me. He's showing me that he took you fishing, and that was something that was enjoyable for him. And he told me that he loved you very much as a little boy. I don't know if he knew that or not. I don't know if you saw him that often when you were a little boy, but he said he loved you very much. Were you his only grandchild at the time, or do you remember?
I was the first grandchild for a few years.
Okay, yeah. That's what he was telling me then. He thinks that you were very special. And one of the reasons for it, I guess, is grandparents thinks the first grandson is special anyway. But anyway, he's telling me that I take it that he died from a disease.
Yeah.
Yep. And it was kind of a slow death. It wasn't quick. And he wanted me to tell you that he was so sorry that he had to leave you when he did. He's also telling me that he loved you now as much as he did then. Are you married?
No.
The reason why I ask is he's telling me that if you haven't already, you found a girlfriend, and he's telling me that you're going to marry this one. So be kind of put up your guard.
Okay.
Put up your guard, because he tells me that you're going to marry this one, but he says that he loves you very much. Let me see. Can I tell you anything else? We're on a short radio program here. He's wearing a hat. he's wearing a fishing hat. Now he's wearing another type of hat. It's almost like a golfing hat. Did you know if he went golfing?
He used to go to the golf course a lot, but no, he didn't really golf.
Oh, maybe that's what he told me. Yeah, he's wearing a golfing hat. So that's another part that he liked. Even if he didn't golf, he liked that. That was a special thing in his life also. But he's telling me that you were special to him, very special. A lot of times the spirit that comes through the veil to make themselves known to, like you, your grandfather, they do that to also let you know that he's one of your guardian angels. And if you ever need any help from him, he's telling me this to ask in like a meditation or something. You don't have to be prayerful or anything like that, but you can ask him for strength. You can ask him for some knowledge, but you can ask him for this. All humans have the ability to do this if you can tap into that, and you can do it. He's telling me that that he's going to be. He's telling me. Do you feel him? Do you feel him at times?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now he's telling me that he's around you quite often, and you should be able to feel him.
I think he is all the time.
Yeah, he's telling me that. So anyway, David, he's telling me that he's going to continue being around you, and that he's going to be with you when it's your time to pass. But don't worry, it's going to be a while off. But he's telling me that he'll be with you through your life, and then he'll meet you when you come across that bridge there.
Wow.
Okay.
Good to know. Geez, thanks.
Well,
I really appreciate it.
Thank you for calling Night Dreams.
Yep, thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye, David.
Interesting. So you had those feelings about his grandfather. As David said, his grandfather didn't play golf, but he went to the golf course. So, quite a bit. So that tells you something.
Yeah. Well, like I said, he switched hats. He had a little fishing cap on it. I could see the flies, the hooks up on the hat there. And then all of a sudden he switched that and put on a golfing cap. And so that told me there that he was either golfing or something. He had something to do with golfing. But yeah, they spirits tell me things that are true, and the spirits that I allow in, like I said, are spirits of light. They're good spirits, and they come in for their kin, for their for their family, and they relay things to them. What they think of is things that they enjoyed when they were on this earth, and when they had their physical bodies. Like I told David, fishing was one of them. He remembered him going fishing with his grandfather a couple of times, and the golfing part of it, and he really enjoyed that. But he also wanted to let him know that he loved him very much, and that he is around him all the time. And Gary told you that he feels his grandfather. And his grandfather told me that he touches him. So that togetherness right there is very close. And I think if Gary was like in a meditative state...
David.
David, yeah. I bet he could actually feel his grandfather touching him. But, yeah.
Now, I got to ask you a question, too, about animals. I have had a couple mediums on that, specialize in animals. Have you ever had any connection with spirits from, like dogs, cats, or anything like that people have had?
Well, I've had, a I'm an empath,